Hello everyone, this is Kendall with TC Fit and we have Core Plus Stretch today. We have about 12 to 15 minutes of core and then we'll move to our stretching. So let's come into a nice wide stance, feet slightly turned out. You're gonna come down into your squat, drive the knee to your chest, and then same thing other side. So we're alternating here, opening up through your hips, warming up through your hips, your knees, your ankles. Just going at your own pace, doesn't have to be super fast. So we have about a 3-minute warm-up. We'll go through 8 exercises, about 45 seconds each, twice through, and then we'll stretch. One more. Good, let's come into a nice wide stance, arms out to a T, hinging it forward, touching down to one foot. Return back up, same thing other side. So we're alternating, lengthening through the back of your legs. Good. We'll stay here for another 10 seconds. And last one. Stay into your wide stance, arms out to a T, little arm circles. Start to make it a little bit bigger. Slow it down a little bit until you're full range of motion. Good. Bring it back to your small circles. Reverse the direction. Start to make it a little bit bigger. Slow down the motion. You're really flapping your wings forward. Two more. Last one. Good. Come on in. Bring yourself down to a high plank position. Shoulders over your hands. We are in one long line. We're just gonna hold it here. Now drop it down to your knees. Allow your hips to sink down. Go into a little bit of extension. Squeeze your glutes. And then press it back up, back to your high plank. Hike your hips up to the ceiling, and let's pedal the feet a little bit. And go ahead and walk your hands back toward your feet. Roll it back up one vertebrae at a time. As the last return, roll your shoulders back. All right, gang, our first exercise. Your left foot is forward. You're gonna come down into your lunge, arms reaching forward. From here, you're gonna press it forward, lift the back leg up, and then sink it back into your reverse lunge. Here we go. So hinging it forward, arms come up by your ears, and then sink it down into your lunge. Now back stays long, front leg stays bent. I'll give you kind of a front view here. Good. Now let's focus on our abs. As you lift and hinge, draw your belly button in toward your spine. Doing good. We have 15 seconds left. Using your right glute to lift your leg. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Same thing other side. So right foot forward, down into your lunge, reaching it up. Sink it back down low into your legs. We're also lighting up your glute med, which is more so that lateral side of your butt cheek. Lots and lots of balance with this. It can be frustrating sometimes. If you need to take a break, regroup, go ahead and do so. About 10 seconds left. Ooh. Then we're gonna go into a standing lateral flexion in 3, 2, 1. Now come into a sumo squat, hands back behind your head. You're gonna tilt up and over to one side, return back center, other side. So we have internal and external obliques working. Range of motion is completely up to you. This is another deceiving exercise. You'll feel this kind of more into like your intercostals of your rib cage the next day. 15 seconds. Then we bring it down to a high plank position. I'm sorry, a forearm plank. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down to the floor. Options. You can keep yourself down to your knees, or if you want more challenge, find your full plank. But we're holding it here. Solid as a rock. And again, if you're in that full plank position, you start to feel it into your low back. Drop it down to your knees for a second, regroup, and then get back into it. That's kind of how you build up the endurance. 10 seconds. Then we're going to take a seat. 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, flip it around, take a seat. Hands come back behind your hips. Fingertips facing away. Bring your legs up to a tabletop. You're gonna lower the heels, pull it back up. Now, options with this. You can scale it down by doing a single leg alternating, or another option is keep the heels down and then lift one leg up at a time. Good. This is also a ton of hip flexor and low abs. 10 seconds. Then we bring it down to our forearms. 3, 2, 1. Down to the forearms, heels together, toes apart. You're gonna press your legs out, straighten and point through the ankles, bend and flex. Straighten and point, bend and flex. Now you wanna try to go as low as you can, however, without feeling this into your low back and without arching your back or sinking. So maintain your neutral spine, digging your heels together. This is also a sneaky inner thigh exercise, pelvic floor. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Feet go flat down to the floor, hands back behind your head, around the world crunches. We're gonna go up and around to the right, and then up and around to the left. So alternating. We have one exercise left, and it's our hip bridge, just to give you a little bit of extension through the front of your hips. We're doing a whole lot of flexion. 15. Almost there. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down by your arm, or your arms down by your sides. Press your hips up and then lower back down. So this is your hip bridge. Now you can either stay here, or if you want to build on top of this, press your hips up and you're going to do a hip bridge march. So completely up to you and what feels good for your body. But if you're in that marching position, try to stay stable through your hips, so anti-rotation. We have a 30-second break coming up next, and we're gonna run through this one more time. Last 3, 2, 1, and done. Rest. All right. Grab a sip of water, and we start back up to the top one more time. Round 1 done. All right, so first exercise, we have your reverse lunge to that hinge forward. We're gonna start with that same leg, left foot forward, right foot back. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Reach the arms forward, sink it down, hinge it forward, reach nice and long. This is not about how many repetitions you can get in. It's about doing it slow and controlled. So let's talk about breath work. Inhale to lunge, exhale, send it forward. Inhale, lunge, Exhale, reach. 15 seconds. Pretend someone's pulling you from both ends. Really reaching long. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Switcheroo. Same thing other side. Down and lift. Super common to be a little bit stronger on one side. Balancing on my right leg is always my weaker side, I should say. Doing good. You have 10 seconds left. Keep it up. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Lateral flexion. Sink it low. Hands back behind your head. Up and over. So yes, you do want to make this range of motion as big as you can. However, without feeling pain into your back. So if you're feeling any pulling through more of like your QL, don't go as far. "15 seconds, and then we bring it down to our forearm plank hold. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it down. Forearm, here we go. Keep breathing. Squeeze your glutes. With your shoulders, think of pulling up and out, creating that flat space on your back. That helps to stabilize your shoulders so that you're not putting pressure into the back of your shoulders. 20 seconds. Shaky, shaky. "10 seconds. And then we take a seat with the legs into your tabletop. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Quick transition. Hands come back behind your hips. Legs up. A little toe tap and return. Again, remember your options for this. You can do double leg. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Or do single leg one at a time. Or start with the feet down and lift one leg at a time. Do what is best for your body. Don't worry about others. Inhale, send your legs away. Exhale, return. 10 seconds. We bring it down to our forearms coming up next. In 5, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the legs up, heels together, toes apart. Exhale, send your legs long. Inhale the bend. Now what's just as important with this is, again, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. We don't want to sink into the shoulders. That just creates bad alignment for the spine too. Whew, we're almost there. Around the world coming up next. 20 seconds. Another option, you can send the legs a little bit higher up to the ceiling. That's going to be a little bit more hip flexor, but take it out of the abs a little bit more. It's a give and take. 3, 2, 1. Feet flat to the floor. Around the world crunches up and around to the right and to the left. One exercise left, hip bridges, and then the best part, we get to stretch. "20 seconds. Up and around. Lightly holding onto the back of your head. You're using your abs to flex forward, not pushing the head forward. 5, 3, 2, 1. Hip bridges, let's go. So both feet flat down to the floor for your hip bridges, or keep the hips up and go into your single leg marching. Now you want to keep your weight shifted forward over your feet, not pushing back to your shoulders. Shifting forward is going to engage your hamstrings and your glutes more. And that's what we want. Maintain the height of your hips. You got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice work. Pull your knees into your chest, and you're just gonna gently rock from side to side. Just relaxing here. While you're doing this, I'm just gonna switch over my playlist instead of the pounding. And now let's go into our happy baby stretch, either holding onto the back side of our knee or grabbing onto the feet. But just holding it here. Now this is a great exercise to relax your pelvic floor. Open up through your hips. If you're holding any tension anywhere, try to let go of it. Inhale through the nose, exhale through your mouth. Go ahead and release. Send your left leg down to the floor, right knee to your chest, and just hold it here. Now the same leg, friends, you're gonna cross it over. Head goes the opposite direction, so we're getting some great spinal rotation, but stretching our right glute. Return it back center. Now that same leg, cross it over your left. Figure 4 or your hip cradle. Draw the opposite leg up and you're gonna hold it here. All right, let's do the same thing other side. Send your right leg down to the floor. Hug your knee into your left knee into your chest. Hold it here. And same leg, cross it over your body. Head goes the opposite direction. Think of breathing into the back side of your rib cage, getting that 3-dimensional breath. And now return back center. Let's cross that same leg over the opposite leg. Figure 4. Hold it here. And gently release. Good. Let's bring it onto all fours for a cat-cow. So shoulders over your hands, hips over your knees. As you exhale, you're going to hollow out your belly, rounding your mid back up toward the ceiling. And now inhale to extend, allowing the belly to drop. Exhale to round. Inhale to extend. Just kind of going at your own pace. You don't necessarily have to follow my pace. Finish out 2 more. As you finish out your last one, you're gonna come back into a neutral spine. Your right hand comes to the back of your head. Now you're gonna twist and rotate, opening up, and then cross it over elbow to elbow. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Good. 2 more. Keeping your weight shifted forward. And close. And last one. And close. Good. Same thing other side. Left hand behind the head. Exhale to open out. And inhale, elbow to elbow. Sometimes, depending on your breath pattern, it may allow you to get a little bit more rotation if you exhale versus inhale. 2 more. And last one. Good. Go ahead and take a seat onto your mat. I'm gonna face forward here. Crisscross your legs if that feels okay. If not, you can bring your legs forward into this bent knee position. You're gonna bring your right arm, I'm the mirror image for at home, right arm up and over to laterally flex and really stretch through the lat muscles, your triceps. And try to keep both butt cheeks flush to your mat. Return back center. Let's do the same thing other side, up and over. And return it back up. Bring both arms out to a T position. We're gonna twist and rotate to one side. Use your exhale to do that. Inhale, return back center. And same thing other side. Exhale, twist. Inhale, return. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, return. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. One more each side. Inhale, return. Last one. Good. Bring the hands center. You're going to walk your hands forward, stretching your hips. Think of allowing your head to drape forward. This kind of gives you a little bit more of a stretch through the back of your neck. And now walk your hands back up. Just roll it up one vertebrae at a time. And head is the last to return. You're going to place your left hand on top of the head, eye gaze down to your left armpit, and then gentle nod forward, stretching the lateral side of your neck. I've had my 4-year-old in bed with us the last couple nights, so my neck is sore. Why is it that 2 to 4 years old, they sleep like horizontal on the bed, kicking you? And then return it back up, same thing other side. Relaxing that opposite shoulder. And go ahead and release it back up. Let's get to our hip flexors and our hamstrings. Let's come into a half kneeling position. You're gonna bring your left leg forward. Give yourself a little tuck under with your pelvis and then little lunge forward. So think that tuck under with the pelvis allows you to get a little bit more of a stretch through your quadriceps and your hip flexors. And now send your front leg straight, draw the toes up and hinge it forward. Hold it here. This time, as you lunge it forward, forget about the hip tilt, but you're just gonna come deep into your lunge, either hands to your thigh, or you can bring them down to the floor, whatever feels best, depends on flexibility. And now press it back up. Let's do the same thing other side. Just switch it out. Little tuck under with your pelvis. Little lunge. Hold it here. Tomorrow's class, Christy will be teaching, and that is summer strength. It is our last week of summer classes. Send your front leg straight. Hinge it forward. hate to even say that we're getting into fall because I feel like it's way too early, but even the leaves are starting to change. And then return it back up, and then deep lunge forward, either hands to your thighs or to the inside and down to the floor. And now tuck your back foot under. You're gonna press it up to a downward facing dog. And then walk your hands back toward your feet. And now slowly roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Your head is the last to return. Roll your shoulders back, and that is it. Awesome work today. Thank you so much for joining class. Again, this is Kendall with TC Fit. We'll see you tomorrow with Christy for strength. See you later, everyone.